Hi, I'm Colin. Welcome to Learn Somatics. In this video, I'm going to address pigeon toes, which is when the feet are turned in standing and walking, and duck feet, which is when the feet are turned out in standing and walking. Both of those things can be addressed with the same exploration. So this exploration is going to address both of those patterns. Okay. So to begin, have one leg bent, one leg straight. We're going to do one leg at a time first, and then we'll put it all together. So you can lay out flat. We're going to work with this left leg first. And all we're going to do is we're going to turn the leg more into a pigeon-toed position. So we're going to roll the entire leg in, exaggerating the pigeon-toed leg position. You can let your knee bend a little bit. You're going to feel this in the groin. You might feel a little bit here on the outside of the hip and buttock. And just notice what your back does when you do this. If it tends to arch, you can let it arch a bit more. That's fine. And then from here, just let yourself relax and let the leg unwind back out. And we're going to do this 3 times total, rolling the leg in. If your back wants to arch, let it arch. Mine tends to arch when I do this. If your back tends to flatten, that's fine, let it flatten. Do more of whatever it is doing. And then slowly relax, back to rest. And again, rolling the leg in, like you're trying to touch this inside of your big toe off the floor. Allow the back, or do more of what the back is already doing, whether that's arching or flattening, and then slowly relax to rest. Feel the leg unwind back out. And we'll do that once more, rolling the leg in, exaggerating that pigeon-toed position for the left leg, and then slowly releasing back out. Okay, so that addresses the pigeon-toed aspect. Now we're going to make the duck foot position. So we're going to exaggerate that now. So we're going to turn our knee, our leg, our foot out like we're trying to touch our pinky toe off the floor to the outside here. And again, if your back feels like it wants to arch, which is more likely on this one, allow that to happen or do it on purpose a little bit. Let the back arch and then slowly relax back to rest. And just allow your leg to come back to wherever it wants, right? Again, turn the leg out. Turn the knee out. You're going to feel this in the back of in the side of your hip a little bit. And just feel how it's the opposite movement of the hip to what you were doing previously. And then slowly relax. Let's do 2 more of these. We're exaggerating our duck foot position. We're kind of doing a Charlie Chaplin type leg. And you'll feel that the turnout of the leg, it comes from the hip, right? So it's nothing to do with the feet really. And then slowly relax. And one more time, turning that foot out. Really exaggerating that duck foot position. And slowly release. Okay, so by pandiculating both of those positions, the foot should find a more neutral position in the middle where it's a bit more forward. But to really get that clarified, so let's alternate now between those 2 positions. We're going to do our pigeon toe. Roll the leg in, slowly let that release, and then duck foot. Turn the foot out, the whole knee. Notice the knee turns out, the hip turns out, right? Back to rest, and back in, and back out. And just go back and forth like that, and see if you can make the whole thing feel smooth and easy. And can you do both of those movements to the same degree? The better you are at doing both of those, the more straighter your leg's going to be when you're finished. If you can go all the way in on the pigeon toe and all the way out on the duck foot, let your back go along with it, you're going to have a nice straight leg after. Okay, and then release and come back. Okay, lay out flat and just see how that feels through that entire hip and leg. That should feel quite different now to the other leg. Just sort of bigger in your awareness. You might even have a sense of the leg feeling a bit longer. Okay, so now that you've done one leg, I'd like you to hit pause and have a stand up and have a little walk around your room, wherever you are, and see how that leg feels in walking and standing. Then when you've done that, come on back and we'll do the second side. Okay, so now that you're back, let's do the second side. So we're going to bend our left leg and we're going to work with the right leg. So again, we're going to turn the entire right leg in to exaggerate a pigeon toe on the right, you can let the knee be slightly bent. Feel how when you turn the leg in, you feel it in the groin. And then slowly let the leg relax back to rest. And let's repeat that 2 times. Rolling the leg in, exaggerating that pigeon-toed position, letting the back get involved if it wants. If it tends to arch, let it arch more. If it tends to flatten, let it flatten more. And then slowly release back to rest. One more time, rolling the leg in, feeling the tightness in the groin, feeling the hip lift up on this right side, and then slowly relaxing back to rest. Now we're going to move into the foot turned out position, so we're going to exaggerate that, rolling the entire leg, knee, foot outward. You'll feel the effort more in the outside of the hip now, and then slowly relaxing. And then repeat, turning the leg out, turning the knee out. The back may tend to arch. You can do more of that too. Slowly relax everything. So don't forget to let your back soften out as well when you're letting the leg come back. And we do that one more time, turning the knee out, turning the foot out, and exaggerating the duck foot, Charlie Chaplin type leg, and then slowly relaxing back to rest. Okay, and now again, just like we did on the first side, we're going to alternate between those 2 positions a few times. So turn the leg in, touch the inside of the big toe off the floor if you can, turn the leg out, turn the outside of the pinky toe, or touch the outside of the pinky toe off the ground if you can, and then turn the leg in again. And really, go into this as deeply as you can in each direction. Let your hip roll a little bit as you're turning the leg back and forth. And the more you involve the rest of your body, the better your result you're going to get. Just turning the leg in and out. Okay, like so. Hopefully that feels pretty easy to go back and forth now that you've established both of those movement patterns. All right, and then let the legs be straight and see how that feels. That should feel nice and comfortable and soft now between both sides. Now, just to close this out, we're going to briefly work with the 2 legs together, because obviously when you're standing, both of your legs are working. So, and it's just the same thing. Have a little bit of space between your legs for this. And we're going to start by rolling the legs in. So the 2 feet are going to look at each other, the knees are going to come in. You can let your knees bend a little bit and see if you can touch your 2 knees together. And actually when you do this, you'll probably find you'll feel it in the groin, and then slowly let that relax and then turn the feet out. And when you turn your feet out, you'll probably notice your back will want to arch. So not only you turn your feet out, turn your knees out, and slowly relax and turn the legs in and let your back flatten. And then turn the legs out, back arches. And go back and forth like this about, I don't know, half a dozen times or so. Just see if you can make it feel nice and soft and easy. And can you make it feel equal with each leg? So like you're able to do both movements to the equal amount of range on each side, on both sides. And by going all the way into and out of both of those positions, your brain can find that sort of more natural, relaxed, straight position for the leg. Because you'll have released the muscles that turn the leg out, you'll have released the muscles that turn the leg in. So when they're both at their normal resting length, the leg will be straight. It'll find its own way to straight. Okay, come back to rest. All right, take one final check in. See how that feels through the legs, through the hips as well are going to feel softer because we've been using the hip muscles quite a bit there. And you probably even feel a bit more relaxed in your low back and belly too. So now that you've done the full sequence, stand up, have a walk around and see if your feet haven't found a more natural forward position or a neutral position, no longer turned in or no longer turned out so much. I hope you found that helpful. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, If you'd like to take a full class with me, check out my on-demand classes in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.